Establishing battlefield control. Stand by.
Hey people, 5aces here and welcome back to the Red Zone Commander. Literally, it's only been a couple hours for me at the time of me recording this, because there has just been a Shattered Paradise tournament which has been hosted and organized by myself and ZX Gannon with a $25 price pitch increase from So Scared thrown in as well for good measure. So it has been a hugely and vastly successful event. We have successfully tested out the limits of this mod, and it was awesome. If you want to watch it, there is like 12 hours of footage on my channel now, on the Twitch channel, mind you, so just go and follow there. And I have saved all the videos as highlights, so tournament streams if you want to look at it. And needless to say, we had ourselves a surprise victor. The guy, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it was a surprise. Okay, with that out of the way, we are back in Shattered Paradise, the doomy and gloomy universe, and also on a storm variant of Tournament Dust Bowl, where an iron storm seems to be ravaging the lands. Alright, and let's introduce our players after the intro I've just been stalling for time successfully so for 1 minute and 30. It is gonna be in the south, spawning as pitch black, so I almost confused him for ZX Gannon with his trademark color, TheChosenEvilOne. And the small evil brother of Neo, apparently, and his opponent, spawning as mutants as well, it is gonna be Windawz. We've casted both of these players. One of them at least has participated in the tournament, the other one didn't have any time. Not gonna spoil anything again, but it's been interesting. So, this map only has 2 points to contest for, those two tip wells, and then in the late game, the Tiberium, the blue tip vein hole comes into play in the middle, but usually it's just about those two corner derricks. So let's see, a couple Marauders already deployed from the TheChosenEvilOne, so you shall not pass. A little Lord of the Rings moment there. You shall not pass when in the face of like 7 deployed and armed mutants. And on the other side, seems like the TheChosenEvilOne is trying to contest both the paths. That's a bit greedy. Double ref build for both, as is customary in... No! There is a War Factory rush. Excuse me. I've been so accustomed to the double ref standard opener because it's... In Shattered Paradise you can get overwhelmed very easily early on, so most people just go double ref. But seems like this map doesn't lend itself to good rushes, so the TheChosenEvilOne investing a lot of his early economy into a War Factory and also some infantry presence out on the map, but he got his money's worth with the tipwell. So a nice little cash rebate there. Now there's a War Factory online for Windawz as well. And let me tell you, Mutants... Mutants is my favorite faction in the game. Straight up, there is no two ways about it. They offer so much creativity and freedom in how you play them. For example, a battle bus. You can fill them with any infantry. You can make this into a makeshift shotgun bus, do a shotgun drive-by, as is apparently the plan here for Windawz. You can also just turn it into an armor-busting vehicle. Ooh, an engineer as well. You can turn it into... It's what a battle bus is supposed to be. So it's pretty awesome there. And you can also turn it into a makeshift artillery by loading it up with skirmishers, they're called. But that's on radar tech. They've got two downsides. First, they can't crush. Oh, nice little shotgun action. Drive-by. They can also fire while moving, which is an awesome trait. Hell yeah. Battle bus bust. I'm expecting lots of battle bus busts here in a Mutant era. Ooh. Yes, that's the Marauder being taken care of, being dispatched. So, one of the oil derricks is gonna transfer owners over. And the second one is gonna be in peril as well because there's another armed battle bus. Battle bus bust. Yeah, there we go. Rampage. Little kill streak here. The TheChosenEvilOne trying to pull back his Marauders, but probably to no avail if Windawz is paying any attention whatsoever. Still only a double Harvester build, and 4th Harvester already online for Windawz. So I'm wondering, where does he... Oh no, 3rd... No, wait, the other Harvesters were just in the docking bay. Never mind, disregard that. Sometimes the visuals can be a bit confusing in this game. Ooh, there is now a Lynx tank. But as long as it keeps moving, the Lynx tank isn't gonna pose a threat to the battle bus, because as you can see, it misses shots on fast-moving targets. So, there are two problems with using them as frontliners though. Battle buses seem strong, yes, as has been discussed on stream, but they're nowhere near overpowered, as has also been highlighted in many showcase matches. 2 reasons. One of them is you need vehicles in the front lines if you want to soak up damage, right? And the problem with that is that those usually carry a very expensive cargo. So that's only shotgunners in here. But if you were to have Tiberian Fiends, ooh, Engineer trying to capture the Derrick. Yes. Oh, getting crushed. Nice little snipe there. Okay, so back on track. So if they were to carry Tiberian Fiends, that would be like a 1,500 credits unit, right? And you don't want those tanking the front lines. B, they're not as tanky as they appear to be, only against rifle fire. And C, most importantly, they can't crush, and crushes are one of the most important tools in this game, as it were, if you wanna just, if you wanna decimate the infantry forces of your opponent. And as we all know, OpenRA has like more of an infantry focus as compared to the regular CNC games. But in Shattered Paradise, you're offered many comebacks, comeback opportunities or counterplay opportunities against infantry. Namely, they don't dodge, so it's super easy to just, crush all of your opponent's infantry forces. All right, that's gonna be a little battle bust. He's trying to tackle the bunker here, and I think this bunker is full of Tiberian Fiends from. Ooh, nice crushes though, as you can see here, as evidenced. Exhibit A. But there is almost no Tiberian Fiend left here, so a bit of an overcommitment to this bunker, I feel. Those battle buses are now empty, they've served their purpose. Just tanking. Hashtag just tanking. It would have been better served just circumnavigating the bunker. Yeah, that was a bad play by him. And thus the TheChosenEvilOne is allowed a comeback into this game after having a bit of a rough early game. Wow. Okay, that's all of it taken care of. A couple Tiberian Fiends standing on the Tiberium here, so he's trying to go for an eco snipe as soon as the expansion deploys. But yeah, airfield plus mutant helipad, so tier 2 unlocked. Is there a response? Yes, tier 2 for Windawz as well. Tier 2 gives you access to the almighty Queens. As any chess player can attest, Queens are the centerpieces of your game plan. And Queens in Mutant Mirrors are no different, because they are the kingmakers. Quite literally, you're gonna see, hopefully. Anyway, so that's an expansion deployed for both players. And dire need of an eco transfer is Windawz there. Needs a refinery up here stat, and also needs to transfer at least 3 of those harvesters. Ooh, that was a power plant. It's having some power issues. Yeah, mutants use cold power, which is one of their drawbacks. Really inefficient, as it is in real life. And a bigger army out now, but still tier 1.5, so nothing too special. There is also service depot plus, service depot for both. It's all right. That's pretty good. And the attention for the secondary expansion there. Little contestants. Okay, so that's not Queens, that's Gargoyles. And Gargoyles are just general anti-everything, anti-material, anti-infantry helicopters, but relatively slow, relatively sturdy. They can't contest this big push here. The only hope that the TheChosenEvilOne has for holding this push is that Windawz overcommits into the bunker again. Oh my goodness! That's just lining them up for execution there! Oh, this is perfect positioning from the Lynx tank. Hell yeah! And 10 more for the road. 1 or 10 more for the road, what does it matter to you? Wow, he crushed like 10-15 mutants there. So I think the defensive forces are gonna be strong enough. Oh, and this refinery being deployed is being besieged as soon as the harvester comes out. So no reaction from Windawz thus far. He's gonna lose his expansion harvester. Ouch! That's expensive. He's making it work on a shoestring budget currently because, yeah, one of these players has an expansion, one of these players doesn't have a proper one. Nice, pulling back his infantry as well. That skirmish is starting to appear, the light artillery units I was talking about. Really good against infantry, decent against bases, but squishy as fuck. And they can be placed inside a battle bus, which makes it all the more fun, so you can just go on a little drive-by and casually snipe some defenses. That's the good stuff. Okay. He's trying to circumnavigate the skirmishers. Let's see, maybe the Tiberian Fiends are gonna give him a hard time still. Yes! Queen transition has happened. And Queens also... Do they require tier 2? Tier 3? I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, there's tier 3 now online for the Chosen Evil One. And no signs of tier 3 just yet for Windawz, because he really needs his expansion economy set up first. He's going for a little push, but I think this is doomed to fail. So many skirmishes as well. They can just fire from the back lines. Oh, wow. Tiberian Fiends, that's very smart. Deploy them on Tiberium. Well, not deploy, but just put them on Tiberium. Ooh, that's all the Tiberian Fiends there. Scatter, my pretties! Scatter! Oh, he's still lining them up too closely. MCV! Oh my goodness! This MCV has taken a hell of a beating. Ooh, not only did it not undeploy in time, it also didn't move. Yikes! Just like that, he held the push, but he lost his MCV. Mutant MCV, the choo-choo pain train. Vati's got a really big Lynx force, probably gonna go for a run-by in the near future. Alrighty, so there's not been a secondary expansion deployed just yet from the Chosen Evil One. I think it's about time for him. He can build another Conyard. He can even stay on one base for now, on one Conyard. He can move this Conyard out with Lynx tank protection and deploy it here, just take an expansion. And he's gonna have at least a guaranteed half of the map. Windawz is now moving out. That's his third Conyard. With that little econ, ouch. He's finally starting to replenishing his harvesters there. So, okay. His eco is starting to kick in again. Nice, he's also just killing those buildings in the middle. Apparently not. Right, it looked like that for a moment. The queens need to be a bit more active though, by the way. Queens are good against bases, and also at annoying because they can shit out eggs. Nasty Kinder Surprise eggs. Leica's using the gargoyles for scouting, but he really needs to make something work with them. Big little Lynx flank. Yeah, big little Lynx flank. Can't into English right now. Apologies. Big Lynx flank there is what I was trying to get at. Bit idle for now. And finally the queens are moving out. That's like the first time they've actually done anything. So there's a couple forgotten cannons. Yeah, the Lynx don't want to engage into this. They shouldn't trade with the cannons. They should go straight for the harvesters and go for a little run by. The skirmishes, they look like Nord Bazooka Men, but they are not apt at fighting armor at all. Keep in mind, Lynx tanks are light armor. Well, light vehicles. That's what I should try to say. Ooh, wow, the explosion. Nice crashes as well. Hover MRLS is starting to appear. It's Irradiator MRLS starting to appear. Well, he killed the harvester. 2 harvesters, actually. So the Lynx tank run by, moderately successful for now. And drawing all the forces away. Yeah, now going for the power. Power snipes are not that good against mutants, because mutants just take, like, even in low power mode, it takes like 7 seconds to build a power plant. Because they're just so cheap. Dirt cheap. Cold power plants, literally. Oh, getting another harvester probably, yes. And that one was full of mean, lean, and full of green. Full of blue tip in there. Also a bit of friendly fire splash damage from the skirmishes. So yeah, that's good for him. But he's buying time for his middle expansion. And as soon as that's gonna kick in, blue tip is really valuable in this game. But I think the asset advantage right now lies in firmly in the court of the Chosen Evil One. Let's check. Yeah, 70k over 54k. If he just stalls for his expansion out, he's gonna win the game. Where are the queens, by the way? Oh, here they are. There's one of them. Where are the other ones? That's awkward. Where's all the other queens? I didn't see them. They're not here. Also, by the way, Nolt, if you're watching this, Nolt is the creator of this mod. This looks silly. Falcons probably need a bit higher turn rate, because the way they're idling just looks silly as fuck. So anyway, a Radiator MRLS out for both. And those are good artillery. Good cluster AoE. And also good anti-infantry. Who would have known? There is Lyra the Stormcaller, the epic unit for the mutants. And she's interesting. She's a long-range sniper. She just summons down an Iron Bolt, and what I've been told from ZX Ganon is that she doesn't miss anymore. Because last time I played with her, she just kept missing all her bolts. And nothing ever happened. Oh, nasty Kinder Egg Surprise has been deployed here. Awesome stuff. So those crabs are gonna hatch. By the way, this is the reason why the US government have banned Kinder Surprise eggs. Yeah, you don't want that to happen in the US, don't you?
Warning.
Oh, Mainhole spawn as well. So we're seeing super weapons. By the way, the crabs are neutral, as you can see here. The queens, he's not microing them right now. Ooh, the Chosen Evil One, what are you doing? He's not microing them, he's firing on his own crabs. And there is a two-pronged attack here onto both sides. Oh, Lyra's got such a nice defensive position though. The Falcons are chiming in with some mass AoE damage as well. Lightning bolts are being summoned from the skies, and there is a Ravager. Deathclaw's imminent. Hell yeah, if this one can get in, Ravagers basically take no damage from the skirmishes. Oh my goodness, that's a massacre on this side. Yikes! So let's see, after all that's said and done, he's killed most of the expansion economy. But the crabs are down as well. What an unfortunate turn of events. Alright. The Falcons. Yeah. Falcons are just AoE. Bombers that irradiate the surrounding areas. Okay, still with such a big army, with two big armies. Finally, the Chosen Evil One is moving out, is going to take his third expansion, and we're going to check the statistics tab again. This is going to be still a 20k lead. Just the same as before. But now with extra tier 3 and mustard. Yeah. Windawz has been struggling with his economy there. Soon though, and by soon I mean right now, the Chosen Evil One's economy has completely depleted on both his patches, and he's got a giant army. This is an army and a half. This is a crusade. So a little mutant crusade being prepared there. And Windawz is still struggling on his 2 harvesters there. Oh, he also... Wow, he's only on 3 harvesters. I didn't realize the econ rate has left him bereft of harvesters. So, yeah, after all that's said and done, the Chosen Evil One in a good spot. He's probably going to have to hold this here, though. And there is 2 Lyras. Lyra versus Lyra action. Very sexy. There's a Deathclaw. I mean, yeah, they're called Ravagers, but come on, it's Deathclaw. There is no two ways about it. This army is going to be massive, and there is nothing in the ways of defense here. Oh, first lightning bolt starting to appear. Ravager has taken a lot of damage from the Tyrants. So yeah, the Tyrants... Ooh, that's nasty AoE. And more artillery is here for Windawz. So he's probably going to be in a good position. Uh-oh, needs to move the Kanyard right now. And he needs to also counterattack. Lyra is down. Almost. She's down now. Yeah, the Tyrants have apparently worked. And on the other side, he hasn't moved in just yet. He needs to make a counterattack happen. Uh-oh. Is he giving it away there? There is still a refinery up. Alright. No more refineries. And in the middle, wow, that's like 10 MRLS. That's enough to bust any defensive lines. Oh, also, really smart by the Chosen Evil One, he's sending the Ravager in first because it's so tanky. It doesn't give a shit about your shotgunners. Oh, the Irradiators are taking some big damage here from... Uh-oh! Demo truck inbound! The pain train terminates here! Oh! Uh-oh, he's only got the Gatling guns! He doesn't have anything that deals with armor! Oh my goodness, the entire army is running... He should split up! Should split up, half is up... Oh! Oh my goodness! That's been... And super weapons deployed as well. That has been a demo truck and a half. Holy macaroni! Oh, super weapon for super weapon. There's vein hole spawns for both. And they're just gonna spew forth nasty, nasty crabs. Oh my goodness. Still a couple MRLS, but without support they just die. Yeah, that's nasty. That demo truck just changed the game right there. The Tyrants are starting to close in, and this army is forfeit. He knows it. He has to sell his hide dearly. Ravager going in for the kill. Yeah, cleanup has been achieved. Yikes. So, within the span of 2 minutes, it's fallen apart for the Chosen Evil One. He's not only lost his expansion up there, up north, he's also lost his entire army, and probably his asset advantage. Let's check. Yes, he's trundling behind 10k now. Oof. Plus, the economy is still stable for Windawz. He hasn't lost any... What's that? Doesn't matter. He hasn't lost any of his refineries. He still has his harvesters there. Wow, this demo truck has been a disaster for the Chosen Evil One. Needs to get a third MCV out right now, but doesn't have a service depot. Alright, he probably lost most of his... yeah, he lost his service depot at the base rate. So, unfortunate for him. He's gonna be on the back foot from now on. And he has nothing to engage with into the irradiators. He needs more links. Yeah, he's going for links anyway. It's probably... He's been bereft of any tech. Oh no, he's still got the Forgotten Hall. Battle buses wouldn't be too bad in this situation, by the way. Battle buses could just, yeah, run in, take pot shots at the Irradiator MRLS, and then move out of range from the infantry. So not the worst choice of units, but we're not seeing it right now. Instead, he's building carryalls. Excuse me. I also just sold something, probably a ref. Excuse me? Well, that's a big army. And he doesn't have anything to deal with the MRLS still. Yeah, he needs to go in with the Lynx tanks and find snipes on all the MRLS, but there are so many of them. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 irradiators. What the hell? Ah, yeah, the turrets have some sort of weird special ability where every now and then they just target your own units and it doesn't deal damage, but instead... Or maybe it deals some damage, but it buffs their rate of fire. So it's like, just to motivate them. Oh, this radar is taking a beating. Wait a sec. Where did the MCV go? Did I miss the MCV being sniped? Because there used to be a third MCV. I'm very certain about that. Maybe you sold it off. Yeah. I probably missed it. What's that? No, it's just an empty carryall. And a couple MRLS, so he should be able to hold this position. He's also got some Tyrants out. And Tyrants are like... Yeah, they're weird shock trooper-like types. Okay. Gargoyles. Trying to kill the radar, eventually. Uh-oh, the Vanehold spawn is under siege. Eh, that was a decent shot, but the Vanehold spawn is probably going down here. Oh, did he deploy it? Yes! He deployed it at the very last second, and it's on the Conyard. That's nasty, there is barely any defenses here. Well, he needs to go in with the Lynx tanks. Oh, but the Lynx tanks are busy. That's been a... Wow. That's been super weapon for super weapon, that the timing has been virtually identical. Alright, so this is finally being dispatched and the irradiators are no more. Yep. Tyrant seems to be very good against that. My lord. Also Lyra. Lyra versus Lyra in the backlines. Very sexy. No, she's falling prey to skirmishes here. And that's it for this push. Holy crap, that was close. Has this been cleaned up? Not yet. What a mess. What a mess of a game this is. Okay, mutant mirrors are not boring. Mutant mirrors are awesome. Construction yard took a beating there. The problem with Vanehold spawn is that you can't control them. Wait a That's a demo. That's a carry-all demo truck. We've seen those before. They can be devastating. All he needs to know is find the army and not deploy in the middle of the army, because the OpenRA logic right now doesn't allow for cargo to be accounted for when a crash occurs. Oh nice, he's sniping the blue tip harvester. Good stuff. But shouldn't trade into the cannons. So, if the carryall right now gets downed, it doesn't explode in a demo truck explosion. Ooh, the Lynx tank has found the radar, and he's also circumnavigated the Forgotten Cannon, so... Yeah, should be right, should be able to kill the radar. But there is an expansion on the left side for Windawz now, and man, has he come back into this game. It's a comeback and a half. So yeah, to illustrate my point, the carryall is probably going to try and find a snipe on the middle, maybe on the army, I can't tell. But anyway, he needs to make sure to deploy it away from the army, because otherwise it's just gonna fall out of the skies without a demo truck explosion. Which he has done so now. So now you can use the carry-all to screen. Problem is that there is still a couple of Falcons around. And those make smooth work. Oh, also it can hover. It can hover over bodies of water. Just in case anyone was curious. The Harvester being tackled by Deathclaws. Oh, very juicy. He is trying to find the flank of the army. Oh, no, not like this. What? He just killed a refinery. That was by far the most underwhelming demo truck I've ever seen. What an underperformer. You suck. Well, judging by the creators, this guy has been an underachiever. Really, really sad. He had so much potential. He could have blown this entire army to Kingdom Come. Oh no, bad timing, and MCV's now out. But nothing else standing in the way of the Deathclaws. And just like that, they're allowed to ravage their way through this. And this is also how you use Lyra. She's used from the backlines as a sniper unit. And I think she can snipe just about anything. She even does good damage to buildings with her iron bombs. Summoning the wrath of the gods from the skies. I don't know how that works, but it's awesome. Yeah, Lyra's having a field day here. Mutant War Factory going down. I think that's it. I think the Chosen Evil One gave it away. Man, also super weapon being deployed. Crabs are gonna spawn. They're gonna hatch and it's gonna be a nasty surprise. Yeah, that's game. Wow, what a comeback from the Chosen Evil One. Also protecting his Lyra there, so she just doesn't die to skirmishes. Man, how fast the skirmishes die as soon as the Deathclaws are upon them. Ha! Yikers. Oh, and this is just gonna be a mess of a base. GG being called. What a hell of a game. Mutant Bureaus are anything, they are far from boring. They're anything but boring. That was hype as fuck. So thank you to the players for sending me this. And we're gonna cast some more Shattered Paradise in the future also. Romanov's Vengeance. I've casted it. And you're gonna see the first cast being published in a couple of days, I guess. Probably next week. So enjoy it. Romanov's Vengeance is a third-party mod just in the vein of Shattered Paradise, which is gonna contain Red Alert 2 assets. Not a faithful recreation, but more a reimagining. Awesome game. Thank you guys for watching. And it all fell apart when the demo truck didn't connect. What a disappointment. First one was awesome though. Alright, cheers guys, see you next time. 5 Aces out.
Battle control offline.